Judy Hages. It's on the internet.
The word bel canto
is good.
It's like you're saying I'm a lyric soprano. I'm a bel canto. It's like it's like that's also
I don't
another
know.
term of how to describe someo's voice.
Really?
At least that's what I was always taught.
I don't think so. I think it's probably. I think bel canto probably has a lot of different connotations. What are we doing?
Isn't it like a feeling?
Technique. It's an art. Like Tai Chi is a martial art.
Yeah, but I think that there's a specific Italian translation, or whatever freaking language.
Bel.
All right.
I forget what it.
We're going to voice class. It's the New Jersey crew. We're New Yorkers, but we're dedicated singers, so we are taking the voyage to increase our vocal knowledge and strength. That's why it's called voice building, because we build our voice like buildings that reach the heavens.
Well, the art of bel canto, I can't. I mean, through my definition, and I may be off, it's like I believe it's like a operatic style of the study of the voice, and it deals a lot with legato phrasing and legato singing. I think that that's probably what it's like predicated on. But the actual nuts and bolts of it gets you to like break down everything to its smallest like compartment, down to vowels, to consonants, and breaking phrases up so that you'll be able to sing them legato.
Look, somebody ready to buy towels. Selling clean towels. My name is Peter Pan. No, my name is Aswad. I'm going to voice class. Of course, I love Judy the most. That's the only reason I come to the class.
Judy.
So how are you liking New York?
How do I like doing that?
Never judge a book by its cover is what I can say about her. There's so much going on up here and so much that she knows about, and people always underestimate her. And she is one of the most weird people that I know. And the wheels are constantly turning.
I call her the magic lady. She's like this amazing little gnome, or like an elf fairy kind of. When you see her, you know what I mean. She's like a little.
She's a little nuts, but she's a good teacher. She's a very good teacher.
She's amazing.
I didn't vocalize today. Vocalizing is warming your voice up to sing. Using a series of exercises.
Including vowels.
What she said.
Training that I give is black and white, and that everybody can see it, and they can progress according to how much time they put in, because no matter how much I wanted it, all of the concepts that were given to me were not tangible, like sing from the wall and think red, or support, but nobody told me pull in your abdominal muscles and push the air past your vocal cords. No one drew me a picture of the way the diaphragm is, you know, that it's a dome coming under the, no one, and being that I had a scientific mind, I think I needed that. I began my quest again looking for teachers. And my brother had been killed in an automobile accident right before I left, and he had lived with my husband and I, so it was like he was my child. I was very close to him. He went to Carnegie Mellon also, and he lived with us. And so when my husband was a resident, I mean, he wasn't around much, so my brother would take out the garbage and scrub the kitchen floor and, you know, help me out. And we were very, very close. So there, when he passed away, it was just very difficult for me. And I remember we moved to Europe a month after that, and it was hard for my parents. I stayed with them for a month before I left, and my father one time came home for lunch, and I was practicing my singing, and he said, "Your brother is dead, how could you sing?" And I remember something clicking off in my brain, and all of a sudden I really couldn't sing. So I didn't have much choice. When I went to Europe, I knew I had to find a teacher. But I went to 60 voice teachers, and they were telling me crazy things. So I kept searching. I went to close to 60 teachers, and then I found the teacher. But in between, I was working with myself, and one day I found the right place, I thought. And all of these arias that I could never sing my whole life, I suddenly was singing them. I was singing high, and I thought, this is wonderful. So how I found the teacher was when I wasn't looking for the teacher. And in the first lesson, she taught me more than any teacher had ever taught me in my whole life. In one lesson. And she made my voice sound in a way that was always in my brain, but I could never make those sounds. And instead of being happy, I started to cry. I couldn't stop crying. And even when I think of her, she's the person who gave me my life. You know, she came up, even though she was tough, she was like tough as nails. She came over, she took both of my hands in her hand, and she told me the thing that she knew what to say to give me courage, because instead of being happy, I was 28 years old. I had never lived a normal life, never had normal relationships with people, because I sacrificed everything to learn how to sing. And she put both of my hands in her hands, and she told me, the time will come that everything that I knew up to that point would come to help me. Because I would know what not to do, and I would never make any of those mistakes again. And I was a mature person. And she, I don't know, like, the way she said it was with so much conviction, looking back, because she knew what she was teaching. I began lessons with her, and after maybe 3 or 4 lessons, she said to me she would make a deal with me. And I could never get enough time with her because I was so ready mentally. And she said if I would agree to learning voice building, which I wasn't interested in being a teacher. Why would I do such a thing? I was a performer. To me, that was like not what I wanted to do. But she could teach me because we had the common bond of, I had the strong desire, and she knew how to teach. And she knew how to show me, because the music was the bond. So somehow she could make herself understood to me until I learned the language. It was the first time in my life, like I knew I found the right person, you know? So we began. The promise I had to make was that I would not go out and sing. I would terminate all performance. So for the first time in my life, for the first time since I was 6 years old, I suddenly had no performance. So, I was like, but I knew she was the right teacher. And she taught me how to sing, and I became a wonderful singer, really. People would come to my concerts and they would tell me what a great voice I had, but I knew I didn't. I just knew that I knew how to sing. We developed my voice and made me sound very good. But my innate instrument was nothing out of the ordinary. I just had that strong desire. That's why I really believe that if whatever it is, if a person can see themselves doing, can genuinely see it in their mind's eye, and if they really want to do it, they'll find the way, because no matter how much I tried not to want to, I couldn't not want to. And so even though there were times that I would have to, it would always come back that I would have to go out there looking what it was that I needed to do. Thank God that I found her. Do you know what I mean? Because it did change my life. Du hast genauso viel Zeit, wie du glaubst. Do you know what that means?
What?
The singer has exactly as much time as she believes she has. The only thing you have is what you have inside yourself, you know? And I teach hard, I think. I teach with my heart and soul. I wake up Monday morning, but you know, I do what I love all day. Today I will teach from, today normally, 7 o'clock in the morning till maybe 11 o'clock at night without a break. But I teach only people that I love. Can you imagine? I teach only people that I love. I see them progressing. I get paid for it, for doing what I love. The whole technique is, the most important thing is every breath is a new song, which means that it doesn't matter what happened in the phrase before, because every time you take that breath and you pass through so everything becomes relaxed and open. It is a new song. You don't live in the past in terms of singing. You look forward to what the lyric is that you're going to sing now. Do you know what I mean? And the other thing is, nicht zu machen is so schwer. That when you finally have it, it is so automatic that you will have to work very hard to stop yourself from doing things, because you don't have to do anything any longer, because it works. It works. I'm really a lucky person. I am, but you know what? I've worked very hard all my life. I really have. But I never have worked that I didn't think I was going to get it, except for that time in New York when I tried to give up and I couldn't. So it's a different kind of work. You know what I mean? It's just like my hope for you is that you know in your heart, you're doing film, that you will leave something memorable in this world. That's what's important. You know what I mean? To leave something in the world, to give it back. You know, that's what's important.
And I respect her a great deal, and I understand like that she puts her all and her whole life into this study, so much to the point that I think that in the real way, from what I've noticed, like we're her friends and we're her family.
I think she's a really good listener, and just I needed someone like her in my life.
She has answers. There's like evidence for why things, there's always like a place that things come from, even in your voice. So once you start realizing that there's always a cause and effect for how you treat your voice, there's a cause and effect in life. This technique is very life-oriented. You notice that you, like, things that you pick up about it, you'll start to say, hey, that's like a pattern that I have in my life even. You know, it's just very specific, and it calls for you to really take control of it. It's not like she gives you everything. You have to work to get where you want to go.
Yeah.
She gives you a lot, but she doesn't hand it to you on a silver platter. You have to really work for it and be responsible. That's the biggest thing. To be responsible, disciplined, and focused.
All night long, there's a party going on tonight. It's a celebration, can we get it right? Don't wanna fight with you. Everything will clap around the way. Mothers pray, children play, politicians pave the way. Pay attention, separation, segregation, plagues the nation. What we're facing, it's amazing. What we're hating, God's creation. Shorty, listen, pay attention. We harden ourselves about wilderness. Who has been through the struggles we've been through? See.